we will start with our main core course, which is nothing but Web Driver. So Web Driver is the core for our entire Selenium. So we need to spend time with that Web Driver. So we'll go to that Web Driver. Before going to that Web Driver, I'm having couple of topics. Once we start with the Web Driver, all the concepts will be with your class and object only. Inheritance. What is inheritance? Why that inheritance will be useful? And first of all, why I need to learn that? Like the first question is, as a tester, do I really need to learn that inheritance? Yes. Because see, we already know that all our Java programs are nothing but the collection of the classes. Agree with me? First point. See, here if you see this project, right, Java project, my Java project is nothing but the collection of classes. When it is a collection of the classes, right, I wanted to use the properties of one class in another class. Say for example, you are having some properties with your data types dot Java. Here you are having some objects are there, some properties are there. I wanted to use the same thing to my another class, right? Now say for example, you are having one database details in one Java class, and I wanted to use the same class in my another one more class. How to do that? That is nothing but inheritance, right? The name indicates, right? Inheritance, right? Inheritance is nothing but you are inheriting the properties from one class to another class, which is nothing but you are taking the properties. You are taking the properties from one class to another class. You are inheriting the properties from your parent class to child class. It is very simple as that. See, now from the parent, child can get all the property, all the inheritance from the what do you call father. At the same time, child can have some more properties. That is the beauty of your inheritance. That means you can inherit all the properties from your parent, plus you can also have more properties from your side, right? Now let me give you one simple example. Okay, now say for example, I'm having a bike. Okay, this is my parent class. Okay, this is my parent class. So bike can have what do you call can say that some price, and we can say that what is the color. So this is the properties for my bike. Now a child, right? Now what I can do is I can say that some Hero Honda or some that means here if you observe this, right, this is one class I'm talking, guys. Just try to understand. If you have doubt, let me know. Okay, this is a class. Now this Hero Honda is a subclass, right? It's a kind of child from this bike only, because Hero Honda is one bike, right? Why to have all my properties again? See, if it is already there, why can't I use the same existing one, right? So now what I can do is I can inherit the properties of bike into my Hero Honda. That means what I will do is inherit all the existing properties. Inherit all the existing properties from the parent class. Okay. And also one more thing is, in this child class you can have some more thing. Like I can have some more extra properties also. Not only you are inheriting, at the same time maybe I may be having some more properties. I can have the properties here, right? Registration properties like this. This is your inheritance concept, right? Just you are inheriting the properties from your parent class to child class. That means if you see here, you may be having n number of classes. Now you can inherit the properties from any class to other class. Okay, this is theoretically I told here how to do that. Now the same thing I will show you. Is it possible? Because I may be having two classes. One class will have the bike information. One class will be having the Hero Honda information. Is it possible to inherit bike properties to Hero Honda? I will show you that practically. Okay, fine. Close this whole things. Now I will show you. What is my intention? First, you can have one class which is nothing but your parent. So you can have any number of classes like that. Okay, you can inherit your properties from any class to your class. Now what I am doing is I am creating one class called bike, which is my parent. Okay, here what I will do is here I will create one class here stating that this is my parent and I can have all my properties here. Same, see, the process, everything will be same, like how we will be creating our classes and then how we will define our properties, everything will be same. The only thing is we are learning one more extra concept. That means you are moving one more step ahead to your basic Java concepts. Okay. So I'm saying that let me have some properties and we wanted to use these properties in other class. Okay, you can have any property. This is just for our learning purpose. Okay, now let me have uh, string name. Okay, and also what I will do is I will also define some more methods also, right? You remember, right? Class is nothing but it's a blueprint. It's a outline for your complete object, like what exactly you are going to create. It's a kind of blueprint. So let me create some methods also. Okay, states and behaviors, same story. Okay, void start. I'm creating few methods as well. Bike is having bike starts. Bike is having auto switch to start. Okay, function end. Okay, done. Then let me have one more method as well. This is for our understanding purpose. Public stop bike is having bike can stop. Okay, this is a method, or you can say that it's a function. From this function, are you planning to get anything? Are you planning to get any output? If yes, then instead of void, you have to use your modifiers like integer, double, float, whatever. Okay, if you want to return something, if you want to get something output, but here I don't want to get any output. Just I wanted to execute my lines and then come out. Getting me? That is what your void, right? That is nothing but your return time. Void is nothing but if you want to return, if you don't want to return anything, just you can use your void. If you want to get some output from the function, instead of void, you have to use your declaration. You have to use your modifiers, right? Getting me? Yes. During the execution, say for example, If you want to get, say, for example, I will give you a quick example. Okay. And is equal to 100, b is equal to 200, c is equal to a plus b. Okay, you remember, say for example, I wanted to use this c in my 200 line, or I wanted to use this c in somewhere. Okay, I wanted to use this c somewhere. In that case, what you have to do? You have to return this value. You have to store this value in somewhere. Where to store? Which is nothing but you are storing that value in your function. If you want to store that value, then you have to remove this void. Instead of void, you have to use your return type. What is the return type? Return type is my integer, right? So here I don't want to, I don't want to return anything. Hence, I just used my void. Getting me? Now, you are storing some value into some variables. These are all nothing but your variables. Agree with me? Variables is nothing but the place where you want to store your value. Now, here I want to place some value. Fine, perfect. But what type of value you want to store? What is the data type you are planning to store? That is nothing but now price. Price is not just integer, right? It could be some floats like my price will be 100.20. If it is 100, I would have used just an integer only. But here it may be decimals also. So then what you have to do? You have to use double. Double can store both integers as well as your decimals. But here name you are using. What is your name? Name is, say for example, Upasana. Upasana is a string, right? I cannot say that integer. Integer means integer can store only what you call numbers, correct? But here Upasana is a name. If it is a name, you have to use your data type as string. Getting? Yeah, this is like, right, this is slowly you will get into this. But when you're learning the first time, probably you will be getting this kind of basic queries. That's fine. But when you're doing your practice and when you're slowly moving forward, right, then you will automatically, you will only say that, okay, I'm storing the value, I'm storing some number, then my data type is integer. Like that. I can accelerate. Okay. Accelerate. Okay. So here I'm having one class called bike and which has states are like price, name, and if you want, you can also have. Okay. So now I'm having the states is this price, name, wheels, and also I'm having the behavior of this class is my start, stop, and accelerate. Okay. Earlier, if you want to create your object, what you used to do, we will simply go there and say that this is not correct. Bike B1 is equal to new bike. This is how we used to create. This is nothing but class. This is nothing but your name, whatever the name you want to use. And this is nothing but you are trying to create an object. That is a syntax to create the object from the class. This step is every time we will use in our Selenium scripts. That is the first line, in fact. Okay. Now this is what we used to do. But here I am not creating any objects for this bike. Okay. Now if you want to use your methods, this is the way to use your methods. This is the way to use your methods. See, whenever if you are getting any red color, right, that means something is wrong. Something like right, you are getting some issue, maybe some syntax issue or some error is there. What you can do, just move your cursor there. Okay. Okay. It should be static. Okay. Just change the static. Static is nothing but, see, your main class is static. So all the time static can call only static. This static under, right, you will slowly, you can get to know that, okay, I have to use my static only when my main function is static. You will come to know that when you're writing like n number of programs. Then this is okay. This is what my class. But here my intention is, I'm having one more class where I wanted to use this class properties. See, I'm having one more class. In that class, I wanted to inherit the properties of your class. Okay, how to do that? See, because this is very important. Why I'm telling again and again means, tomorrow when you are working with any organization, you may be having like 10 to 20 classes here. When you are having the 10 to 20 classes, I mean, no class is independent. Right? It will be dependent. What I mean is, one class you write for login, one class you write for registration, one class you write for DB connection, one class you write for adding the payee, one class you write for make the payment. But if you observe here, these classes may be dependent, right? Somewhere it is dependent. Say, for example, from registration to login, login to registration, somewhere it's dependent. And if you want to inherit the properties from one class to another class, this is useful for you, inheritance. Okay. Now let me create one more class called Hero Bike, Hero Honda, Hero Honda. Now here, if you see, you can also, when you're creating the classes, if you want, you can also say that all the properties, you can do that. What I mean is, if you go here, okay, you go here and copy this, everything, you can copy the complete thing and go to Hero Honda and paste here. You can do that, but it will not make any sense. Like, see, same thing, already properties is there. I can just use that properties in my class. Getting me, right? So now I will show you how to inherit your properties. How to inherit my properties. So for that, if you want to see here, right, it is simple as that. If you want to inherit the properties of any class, then you have to use a keyword called extends. Simple, right? You are extending. See, you are extending your Hero Honda class with bike. That's it. So you can observe, you can I mean, try to understand also. You are extending Hero Honda class with bike, meaning I can use all the information from bike plus whatever I have here. What I mean is, so if we go here I can use everything. Here I can use everything is available in your whatever is there in your bike class. Everything can be used here. Also, what you can do is, you can also use your Hero Honda information also. If you have any other information, you can also use that also. That is the advantage of your inheritance. Meaning, now what I will do is here, let me have one more, what do you call, one more method for me. Okay. This is specific. See, if you observe here, right, this is specific to Hero Honda. Hero Honda type is MRF. Just I'm giving some message for our understanding. Okay. Now the same process. See, whenever if any class, if you want to create your object, the process is same. What is my class name? Hero Honda. Use some name here. HB1. Hero Honda. Okay. Fine. Hero Bike. Hero Bike is equal to new and give your class name. This is the way. Whenever if you want to create, this is the process. That's it. Done. Now, if you see here, if I put HB dot, see what will happen. See, everything. See, bike properties also extended. You can observe this. These are coming from your bike. You can see that. You can see your, you can see the methods. You can see the properties. Everything you are inheriting from your this guy bike. Getting me? See, the advantage of this is inheritance. Not only inheriting the properties from your previous class, parent class, or you can say that parent class, and also you can also have some more extra information. That means you can inherit the properties. Plus, if you want to use your more properties, you can also use specific properties to your child class. Clear? If you want, you can see, you can use that, so that you will come to know that whether it is really working. This is how you can also use your specific class properties, or you can also extend from your parent. See, you can also execute by clicking on this. Otherwise, you can go to right click, run as Java application. Both are same. See, which one you want to execute, both are same. If you want to click on this, if you want to click on this, you can click so that your script will execute. Else, you can right click and run as your Java application. Okay, fine. So now if you see that it executed start, stop, and your tile type. That means you inherit the properties from your parent, and also you have your own properties also. This is what your inheritance, right? This is how inheritance will work, because inheritance will be very commonly we use real time. Every time I may be having the multiple classes, and you can inherit your required properties from your previous class and use it in your existing class. This is what your inheritance. Okay. One more topic I have, so that one more topic I will tell you what is this topic. Once it is done, then we will move to our web driver. One more topic is like right constructor. Constructor also, oh, you may be hearing this word constructor. Constructor, what is constructor? When to use this constructor and all. And one more thing, you may be like right facing these kind of questions in the interviews also. Like people will commonly ask this inheritance, how you use this inheritance, when you use this inheritance, and also constructor. What is constructor? Okay, what is the use? Okay, if you it's a this and all right, you are increasing your Java skills. Again, without inheritance, you can write your Java programs. Nothing wrong in that. Without constructors, yes, you can write your Java program, but if you are using these concepts like your inheritance and your constructors, it will help you in writing your Java programs effectively. Okay, now I will tell you what is this inheritance. Sorry, constructors. I will tell you constructors and all concept. For example, already I told you, so let me try to rename if it is possible. Fine, I will create one more. I will create one more class, and with the example with this class, I will try to show you what is this constructor and employee. Now, if here this is the class, now let me uh, string department. So this is my properties. I mean, this is my states only. Okay, public string public double salary public string location. Job type. Okay. Now uh, here the example what I'm doing is I'm taking one example for one of the IT company, like where employees or so many employees are there, and then for that particular employees we are trying to create one class, and then we'll try to understand what do you mean by constructors, when the constructors will, and this employee has like few states, which is nothing but department names, relocation and types, and also he has some methods which is but okay, this is your employee class. Now you can create any number of objects here. I mean, any number you can create. Same process. Employee E1 is equal to new employee. You can create any number of your. This is what we used to do earlier, right? Employee. Why it is coming red color? What is wrong? Okay. See, immediately, right? If you write any line in your Java code, immediately it will show red color if any issue is there. That is the advantage. Okay. Now, employee E2. So you can create any number of classes. There is no limitation for you. And now what you can do is you can say that E1 dot department is equal to IT. Okay. E2 dot department is equal to IT, and E3 dot department is equal to IT. Okay, so here right now what you are doing is you are defining your own values for each object. Okay, now here job type is equal to regular, and this company offers only regular jobs only. Okay, just for our understanding purpose. Now, if you observe here, see here, right, what is happening is same values you are repeating. That's it. See, if you observe here, right, department, this department is, if you create like 1,000 objects from this class, see, you are having a class called employee class, right? And in that, you are having a property, one property called your department, right? Department will be for 1,000 objects is ID only. If you want, you can define even dot department, e2 dot department, e3 dot department, and so on. And you have to define like 1,000 times. When you're defining, you are giving some memory allocation for each and every property. That means literally you are giving for 1,000 objects, which means that you are giving more allocation for one object for no reason. With this, what will happen is your execution will take more time, and also you may get some memory issues also. So now what we will is to avoid this kind of situation. Anyway, my entire, if you create like 1,000 objects also for each and every object, department is same. In that case, what we can do is we can use our constructors. Constructors are nothing but this is similar to your class only. Don't think that constructors is again different concept. No. Constructors are very similar to your class. And constructors will be created inside the class. This is your class, agree with me? This is your class. And here, what I will do is, I will create one constructor. And remember one more thing, guys, here. Constructor name will be very same to your class. Because see, what you are doing is you are creating one default constructor which looks like your class, and then in that class what you are doing is you are giving all the default properties, so that if 1,000 objects are created based on that class, all 1,000 objects will give a reference to that constructor. Right now, constructor is nothing but, so it's a same only, and you have to use the even name of that constructor also similar to, I mean, same as your class. What is my constructor here? My constructor name is nothing but employee, because I cannot use other name. I have to use whatever the class name, my constructor I have to use. And here, one more point, for constructors, there is no return types, meaning no need to use your void in nothing. No need to use that. Okay, no return type, no void and all. What you can do is you can say like that's it. This is what your constructor. This see looks like same only. Only thing is now for my effectiveness, now I may be having so many properties, and these properties are same irrespective of the objects created by using the class. For that reason, let's have a constructor, default constructor, and this constructor can be used by any number of objects which is created within that class. Within that class. Getting me? Now what I will do here is department is equal to ID. Department is equal to ID. And job type is equal to regular. Regular. Job type is equal to regular. Okay. Now location also I will use. Okay. Location is equal to US. Okay. That means now see this is a constructor, and you can refer this constructor while creating your while creating your objects within that class. Within that class only I'm talking. So in this class, you can create any number of objects, and all the objects can be used these default constructor properties. So now no need to create like this. No need to create like this. See, now I don't want to create like this. Now instead, I haven't created any property for any object, but still if I say that e1 dot your department, see that what is, okay. Let's execute. Right click, run as Java application, click on run. See, see. Now, have I, uh, did I initiated these values anywhere? You can say that e1 dot department, how it is coming. I never said that. Earlier, I clearly said, earlier I used to say like this, e1 dot department is equal to IT. Then only I can use this value. Agree with me? Now, without defining this value, still I can get my value. How it is getting? Because of your constructors. See, constructors are nothing but these are all your default constructor. Constructor is same as your class, and see you are deriving so many objects from the same class, and within that class maybe you may be having some common properties. So those common properties no need to define for each and every object. If that common property is defined in your constructor, that can be used in any object irrespective of the objects which is created by using that particular class. Getting me? Now let's move to our see, as of now we discussed about our IDE, we discussed about our element locators, we discussed about our core Java concepts. Now we are entering into the fourth module, which is nothing but the web driver and the major component of our Selenium course. Okay, first, see, okay, you are entering into your web driver, what you require. So the prerequisites, I'm telling you basic Java knowledge. We are done with the basic Java knowledge. We're good with that. Selenium IDE basic commands. Yes, we're done with that Selenium IDE basic commands. What is WebDriver? What is WebDriver, first of all? Right? You're saying that WebDriver. What is WebDriver? See, Selenium is nothing but it's a configuration tool. Okay. It's a group of jar files. See, when I say that Selenium, it's not an installable tool. Nothing is there to install. Say tomorrow, if you want to write the scripts in Selenium WebDriver, there is nothing to install my Selenium WebDriver. Nothing is there. It's a configuration. It's a configuration. It's a configurable tool. Selenium is a configurable tool. Olden days, we used to have Selenium 1.0, meaning like some 5 years back, we used to have this Selenium 1.0, which is nothing but RC, Selenium Remote Control Server. This is the olden days, and it's a deprecated, so it is not available in the market, and there is no improvement is going on with this 1.0. You can simply ignore it because it's a deprecated. Now, what is this RC means? The name indicates, right? RC is nothing but remote control. So here you are having your code here. Say, for example, you are writing a lot of code in your Eclipse and you will be having all the code here. That's why I said U is nothing but this is the place where you will be having your code. This is your Eclipse. You have all the code. And this is nothing but the browser where you can open the application. And see, this is a browser automation. Selenium is a browser automation. You are automating your application via your browser. So with the help of your code, and you are going to the browser, open the application and enter the username, password, enter submit, click on go ahead with your all the test cases. But in the Selenium 1.0, your code is not directly talking with your browser. In between, you have a component called server. If this server, what it will is, it will take the input, which is nothing but a code from you, from your editor, and then it will interpret and it will understand, okay, what is the code given by this guy, okay, it will interpret. And then after that, it will send that commands to the browser stating that user is trying to open that application google.com. User is trying to enter that search keyword as Selenium training, like that. This is how it is. So that's why I said that. Take the inputs from here, pass it to this guy. Again, take the inputs from this guy, pass it to this guy. So like that. So this is how used to happen in your 1.0, which is nothing but RC. Now RC, no need to spend time on that because it's already deprecated. Now after this WebDriver, because there is a lot of challenges and every time you have to rely on the server and server will send that scripts to your browser and it will take a lot of time. There is a lot of challenges happen with that RC. Then this Selenium came up with a new solution called WebDriver. Okay. And one more thing, I don't think anyone will ask this question in your interviews. This Selenium RC remote control, it will not support any Ajax controls and it will not support any HTML controls in the application. Ajax is nothing but, I will tell you, say for example, you are having one web application. In that web application, you will select the country, right? Once you select the country, immediately states will be populated. See, earlier when you open that application registration form, it will be having just country only. Once the country is selected, immediately states will be populated. Once you select the states, then it will populate the cities. That is called your Ajax control. Ajax is nothing but it will not send the request every time to the server. Within the web page, it will refresh. That is called Ajax. That will not support by your RC guys, remote control. So to handle so many features, right, they come up with a solution called your WebDriver. This WebDriver is called 2.0. Okay, 2.0 is a WebDriver and current version is 3.0. Okay, so which version is going on doesn't matter for us as a tester. So if it is a 2.0, 3.0, there may be some feature change will be there. But still we can work with 2.0 or 3.0. Both are fine. Okay.
I'm sure you enjoyed learning from this video. Please like the video, and if you have any doubts regarding this video, please comment us in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more such informative videos. Do look out for other related videos in our playlist. For more information, visit our website now. Keep learning with Intellipaat.